Welcome back, everyone. Got a little spare time today, so we're gonna get a little bit of work done on our giveaway bike. It's a Shadow 600 chopper we started on 6-8 months ago, maybe a year now even. We're using it to develop a lot of our parts line, which you'll find at gaddysgarage.com. Kind of done with that, so we decided we're going to give this one away. I'll put a link to the giveaway announcement in the description here, so if you missed that, you can check it out. We're going to go ahead and head out on into the shop and get started with the little bit of remaining mock-up work we got to do before we break it down for paint and powder coat. Alright, first thing we're going to do is go ahead and get our battery box mounted up. So it's this cool old Coors Light 6-pack tin I found on eBay. Just thought it was neat. So I'm going to go ahead and get it fit in here. See how we like it. I think it'll lay right in here. So we'll just measure up, make up a mounting plate, and go ahead and weld the mounting plate into the frame. Get rolling. So we're going to go ahead and draw up our mount here. Just needs to be a 4x7 rectangle there, and then we're going to mount the box because it's such a thin metal and I don't want it to crack. We're going to use these rubber mounts. That'll focus, maybe. Anyway, just a threaded isolator rubber mount, just to make the thing kind of look nice. It's a 1-inch. We will come in here and radius the corners. So we'll go ahead and put our holes in it for our screws. Obviously you can make this by hand at home. I've made these brackets for years and years and years without this table, but since I have it now, I tend to use it on pretty much everything. It's simple and just much more efficient time-wise, and it makes the part nicer than when you make it by hand. I'm going to go ahead and get this table loaded up and we'll get this part cut. of our box. Got those marked. And then we're going to figure out exactly where we want to position this. On our frame. Got that marked. Get this welder fired up. Whenever you're doing this kind of work and you have tight tolerances, this is real tight inside here to fit it. You always want to just tack your piece on and then slide your part back in and make sure it still fits. Make sure you got it lined up with how you want it. And there's still a tab in the way that we're going to end up grinding off when we strip the bike down, which will give us a little bit of additional clearance. So, but it looks good here. You know, we're going to have our chain on this side, so we got clearance for that. And so we're looking good. We can go ahead and weld this thing on good. Alright, so that's on there good and solid, not going anywhere. Next thing we want to do while we've got the bike still together is go ahead and mark our fender for our chain cutout. So just follow this top rail of the frame here, comes across, and then we'll just give kind of a general downward shape. Again, when we take the bike apart, we'll go ahead and cut this out, but it's good to mark it while it's in the bike. So we got that marked, and I believe the one last piece of fab mock-up is going to be a little cover plate I've decided to make for the Sissy bar. So let's move around back and check that out. Alright, so we got this real tall Sissy bar with a little bit of trim down on the bottom. And so I decided from that bottom ring up to the top, we're going to make a little aluminum trim panel. Just thought it would look cool and add a little custom touch. It's also going to give us a spot to mount our tail light. Allow the wires to be a little hidden running down from the tail light. So I'm going to grab some poster board and we'll start making our pattern. How good that's going to show up on the video, but now we've got a really perfect shape. See the kind of rust line for our pattern. Go ahead and cut this out. Something to remember when you're dealing with patterns is the nicer you make your pattern, the nicer your final part is going to come out. So take your time on your patterns and your finished part will get done faster. Now we can lay out this on some aluminum sheet metal. Go ahead and get that cut out. Alright, so we got a piece of 16 gauge aluminum sheet metal here. Go ahead and lay this out, transfer our pattern over. So next thing we're going to do, cutting these inside radiuses is kind of tricky. So what I'm going to do is go back to our Sissy bar, which has the ring on it, make a measurement on that, and then use a hole saw to cut the inside radius. Just give us a nice clean line, and we don't have to worry about trying to get inside of there with snips or something like that. So that's going to be our first thing to do there. All right, so that's a 4-inch ring. Also right here, what we got? That's a 3-inch. There we got a nice clean radius cut. And actually, while I'm doing this, I'm thinking about this whole process. The best way to do this is just to make your cut. I'm going to relay out the design now to make sure we got it all even. Every time I'm doing something, I'm always constantly thinking about what I'm doing, and a lot of times I come up midway with a better way. So don't ever be afraid to change gears or change directions, make a better part when you're in the middle of working on it. All right, so got our part laid out. Go ahead and fire up this Famco shear and get the big portions of material lopped off. Then we'll head over to the throatless shear and do the fine tune trimming. Now we got to round it off. We're going to go ahead and test it on the bike and see how we did. Not too shabby. Now we just need to mark our inside holes so we can drill that, and then this will mount with the same studs that mount the seat. So I gotta grab I got these little skinny tip long reach markers. Grab one of them and we'll get some marks done. All right, this is a cool little marker. I don't know if you can see, it's really skinny tip. It's good for reaching down into deeper holes to mark stuff. Honestly, I can't remember where I got them. I think I picked them up on Amazon. If my memory serves me, which it often does not. So we got our marks, which are extremely light. I'm going to grab a center punch and go ahead and center punch it. And then we'll get our holes drilled. I'm sure most everybody is aware of these, but it's a spring-loaded center punch. So you don't need a hammer or anything. Lay it in and snap it, and it gives you a nice center punch for your drill so it doesn't walk around. Alrighty. Get these drilled, and then we'll go ahead and get this mocked up on the bike, bolted on, and take a look at it. Final assembly, you'll get an acorn nut here, but just wanted to get this on. Let's see how it looks. I like it. I think it looks pretty good. So now the next question is, what do we want to do for a tail light? And I think we're going to run one of our tail lights on it. I'm going to go grab it out of the store. We've got a lot of cool tail lights on our website. I'll put a link down in the description to this one. I'm going with this one because I believe the narrow design will fit good on this plate, and I think it's kind of chopper. So Lady of Guadalupe, the Virgin Mary. And I think that this will lay on here really nicely. Hey Tom, come check this out. What do you think? Yeah, you like that?
Absolutely. Perfect on that style bike.
That's what I'm thinking, yeah. Plus the narrow sissy bar with the narrow light, I think it's
70s.
Yeah.
Perfect bike for that bike.
Cool. Well, it's been decided. All right, guys, so I think we got the mock-up all knocked out on this. We're going to go ahead and get it torn down. Once it's torn down, we'll be able to do all our finish welding, and we'll decide on paint and all that good stuff. So let's get after it. All right, everybody, that's going to do it for today. Got this thing all torn down to the frame. Don't forget to subscribe to keep up to date with how the giveaway bike is going. Also, please share these videos on your social media so that we can get up to our 2,500 subscribers so we can give it away. What does everybody want to see this paint job look like on here? Sound off in the comments and let us know. Since we're giving it away, we're going to take input from some of the potential winners. We hope to see you again at Gaddy's Garage.